drink champagne. I'm totally vibing. It's true what they say. It's all about timing.
Hi guys, C Chronicles here. Welcome to Unscripted, and this is Western Wednesdays. If you're joining this channel for the very first time, I post fragrance-related content, vlogs, and anything and everything. That is why I called it Unscripted. Now, if that style of content is something that you like, please do consider subscribing and joining the family. And if you're returning, thank you so much for the continued support. I can see that the analytics guys are pushing us towards just doing fragrance reviews. So we'll see as we go, how that turns out. Today, I am going to be giving you a brief take on the Mugler fragrances within my collection. I only have 5, right? Because remember, I am growing this channel. So I do not have like a host of the Mugler fragrances or here with a discovery set to talk about all of them. I'm going to give you my take on the 5 that I have within my collection, and then we're going to call it a wrap after that. Okay, so the very first one is going to be Aura. I bought these minis and I was using them as stocking fillers, and because this Aura, guys, has that traditional staple beast mode-ness of the Mugler fragrances, I did not think, I needed a bigger bottle. So this is a Deba. I'm going to open it, right? It doesn't have a sprayer. That's what I'm trying to say, because it's a mini. And we're going to put it on this tester paper here, and I'm going to show you a close-up, and then I'm going to give you my take on it. Okay, so that is Aura for you. A good thing about it is it comes in that traditional lookalike bottle as the big one. Now, this has got that distinct uniqueness that you get from the Mugler fragrances. If you're a Mugler fan, you will know that it is a house that pushes itself to the limit. This fragrance is built around notes that would otherwise on a normal, day clash, but they do not. There is a rhubarb in this fragrance, so do expect a tartness there, and then there's going to be a double rich tone of a creamy weight of ylang and sandalwood. And then there is the distinct winter green note there that makes this fragrance green, and it is that winter green note that weighs in an aromatic kind of tone. If you watch the advert for this fragrance, or the promo for this fragrance, the model is amongst a lot of greenness there, leafiness there. It reminded me of algae, like how the body of water will be green there with algae and the seaweed and stuff like that. That is something that you will find in this fragrance, but it's not off-putting. It just interprets as green, aromatic, rooty, and it's gonna have those florals as well. So it's that complex mix there that feels as though if it was done in some type of way would have not worked, but in this fragrance it works. It's a challenging scent, however. You may want to smell it before you purchase it, or you may want to buy a mini, like in my case. It also has or boasts of that longevity that you're gonna find in a gazillion of the Mugler fragrances, right? It's a fragrance that also is gender neutral, because I can see men and women wearing this without a problem. So yeah, that is what I can say about number 1, guys. It's Aura. I didn't see the need to purchase a bigger size of this because it's doing a little too much. And after gifting my friends and family, I was left with about 4 in my collection. So that's enough for me. 20 mils is enough. I wear it when I want to wear it, but it's the sort of fragrance that if you put it on your skin, a little goes a long way. Okay, number 2, guys, is going to be another polarizing bomb from Mugler, and this is Angel. A lot of people have mixed feelings about it. Some people say this fragrance is sharp, it's pushy, it's bombastic, and true to that. This fragrance, guys, is loud. So this is not the sort of fragrance you want to purchase if you like your fragrances to be in the back seat. This is a fragrance that can potentially wear you. This is the fragrance that is going to speak regardless of you wanting it to speak. This is a fragrance, again, that you need very little of. It is built around a lot of notes, but I'm going to isolate the chocolate note in here, the cotton candy note in here, weighing in a very sugary sweet there, and the honey wrap up. So there is like a honey wrap up to this and some woods. So that is what you're going to get offset. There is also a likeness to the Muse, but I find the Muse more wearable, guys, than the original Angel. Okay, now I know most of the Mugler fragrances have been reformulated, and I believe this is one of them. But even the reformulation, even the reformulated version is doing the most. Okay, and do make sure you love patchouli, because this is patchouli on steroids with that drippy caramel thing happening in the backdrop there. So make sure you like sweet fragrances as well. Okay, so I'm going to tame this one as the immature take to the Muse, because I do have the Muse, but from time to time I do wear this fragrance. It's a nice fragrance already, very nice fragrance, but super sweet there, and very loud, very polarizing, compliment getter, room filling, maximum projection. So you're going to get everything from this, guys. This is Angel by Mugler. Now, third on the lineup, guys, is going to be Alien. Now, when it comes to Alien, I am not going to spray this fragrance. I know what to say about this fragrance without even spraying it. Now, you might wonder why I have it in my collection. On my original channel, I did review Alien, and I said it was one of those fragrances that I have a challenge with. I purchased it in the 90s when I was immature. I walked into a fragrance store and I said, I want one of the loudest fragrance you can give me. And the sales lady on the perfume counter just said Alien, okay? And then I took that fragrance, I bought it, I took it home, I sprayed the heck out of it, and it just punched me out. It is a fragrance that just kicked me there. I wasn't expecting that. And I thought, oh, okay, maybe I've overdone things. I'm going to try it again, but slower. But it was a fragrance that just I couldn't vibe with, okay? But I do understand the popularity of this fragrance. Now, I'm talking about the one in the 90s, and you might be wondering, well, this is 2024. Why is she talking about that, and why does she have it? This is not the one I bought in the 90s. This made a comeback in one of my birthdays. I was gifted this fragrance and I was like, okay. But the good news is my daughter does like it, but she knows that I do have a love-hate relationship with it. So when she's spraying it, she does spray it when she's going to school or something, because I tell her Alien just does something to me. Now, this is a jasmine bomb. If you're not familiar with how notes vibe, or you want to know how jasmine in its intensity smells like, this is what you're going to get from this, guys. It's jasmine doing the most. Jasmine on steroids. It's going to have a sweet tone to it. It's going to be pushy. It's going to have a mature tone to it. People will compliment you, whether it's because you're smelling good or because your fragrance is doing too much. You're going to get it from Alien. Even the reformulated one, I still get that. It's going to be sharp, and the dry down on this fragrance, guys, is going to have a powdery tone to it there, and something that's going to remind you of an ink felt, like the ink in that ink felt pen, those old pens there. If you smell the ink there, or just the regular pen, if you smell the ink, something in this kind of comes across as inky there on paper. I always liken it to like a brand new magazine, that type of thing. So yeah, that is what I can say about this one. It is in my collection nonetheless. I'm not going to declutter this one, but I will let Mima use the heck out of it until just a little of it is left, and then I'm just going to leave it in my fragrance library. So this is number 3 on the lineup. Very long lasting, by the way, depending on the number of sprays. Although I've seen people who love it saying, no, it's not as long lasting as it was before. But I'm going to say, if you go heavy on the sprays, this will last till the next wash. It's the third one, guys, on the lineup. And then we have Goddess, guys. This is the Eau de Parfum. I noticed that they have released an Intense. I think they've released another one, an EDT or something like that. This is just the EDP. I thought to buy mine in a mini, okay, because remember Mugler has got Alien and Angel, and it does seem like the Aliens are the challenging ones. Now the Angel is the sweeter version and stuff like that. So I thought, no, I'm going to take baby steps on this one and just buy the mini. This I can spray, okay? This I can spray because this is a coconut twist to that Alien DNA, okay? You're going to find something in this that reminds you of the Alien DNA, okay? That jasmine, I think, is going to be there as well, but its emphasis is more on a creamy cashmere take there. Something that's going to be tropical, very coconutty there, vanillin wrap-up of the florals, a more relatable type of scent. This, in terms of creativity, it might come across as a lazy take from Mugler, because it does feel mainstreamy in a way, but there is a weight to this fragrance. A little goes a long way. I've just sprayed this and it's doing a little too much. Make sure you love coconut fragrances, guys, before you purchase this one, because that's what you're going to get. You're going to get a heady coconut there, very creamy coconut there, something that's going to be suntanny to an extent, just soft wafts of that original Alien DNA without it having like 90% association. It doesn't take center stage. So if you hate this alien like myself, I think this one might work for you, as long as you like those heady, creamy florals. That's what you're going to get from this. And I think mine has matured because it's now doing the most. When I sprayed it the first time, it wasn't as beastly as this. So this is going to be amongst the beastly ones as well, guys. I think this is going to be amongst the beastly ones because it's doing the most there. Or maybe it's because I've sprayed it on the paper. I don't know. I haven't actually, given this one like a good wear on my skin, but so far it's coming across as like a loud, kind of floral, pushing it a little bit there. So if you like your tropical twist to that alien DNA, then yes, Goddess is for you. I'm not sure about the other ones. I do not have them. If I add them to my collection, obviously we're going to have an extension of this video where I bring the new edition. So I'm going to put it back because it's a mini. I don't want it to break. And then we're going to go to the last one. Now I saved the best for last, which is this one, right? Remember I said Muse seems to be the mature take on this. There is some DNA or wafts of a chocolate that comes off here that you're going to get in here, but this one to me is more wearable than this one. All right, why I purchased this one was it was a gift set, it was on promo and blah blah blah, and I thought, okay, let me just add it to my collection. And because it's likened a lot to this, I'm most likely going to like it. And if you know, the Muse itself seems to be disappearing off the counter, so I don't know whether it's been discontinued or what. So I bought this one mainly because I thought, okay, if the Muse is completely gone, then I can have this as somewhat a fragrance that's going to have, remnants of this. All right, so do look at these ones as the juvenile take to this one, but there is a twist to this, and there's a reason why I love this one. I'm going to spray it on this arm because this is a review I'm doing back to back. I've just finished doing another review for my other channels, so I've got something on this arm, right? This is nice, guys. This is different. I'm gonna say it's also one that you may need to test before you purchase it. It's built around a chocolatey tone there, so expect a Nutella tone there. If you love Nutella, open the jar of Nutella, smell that. If it's something that you feel you don't mind smelling like in perfume form, this is what you're gonna get. But there is a mature wrap up to this fragrance. Some people are going to find it coming across as dated. The dated feel of this fragrance actually makes me love it even more because it is the dated feel of this fragrance that makes it unique. Some people are even going to say this fragrance reminds them of, like a bunch of hay, like the dry grass there. There is like a hayish wrap up to this fragrance, but I love it honestly. And this is the EDP, in case I did not mention. I haven't smelled the EDT. Some people have raved about the EDT, saying stay away from the EDP. The EDT is the one to go for, but I think for my age, this is a fragrance that I love. I actually have a backup bottle of it. If you watch my other channel where I said fragrances that I have backups of, I do have a backup bottle of this because it's getting harder and harder to find. There is a refinement in this. It is also a loud fragrance, but it doesn't make it as screechy, like as polarizing, or for lack of a better word, I'm going to say this one is more, it's more for the mature nose. It's not, it's very loud, but it doesn't cross over to pungent, which is what I get from here. This is loud, this is heavy, this lasts till the next couple of washes on your clothes. This has got that mature tone to it. This is refined. It's even nichey to an extent. I'm yet to find something that smells similar to this. This is very different, guys. So it's one that I love, but I will, say caution. If you're young there or you have a young nose, you may want to test it before you blind buy it because it might turn up and become too mature for you, but I love it nonetheless. This is one that hasn't, or at least to my nose, been cloned. I have oils of this. I do not have like a fragrance that I can liken it to as a smell alike, or to say if you love this, go purchase this. And it does seem like the sort of thing that you get from a lot of Mugler fragrances. Like I haven't seen a clone for this as yet, even for the Angel. It makes me think there is a complexity to the Mugler fragrances, so we got to give him, his flowers there, that his fragrances seem to carry a complexity that makes it quite challenging, for them to be cloned. But I can say that you can get this in oil form if you love it like myself. So yeah, that is the last one on the lineup, guys. Definitely not going to disappoint. All these are beast mode. There is none that I can say is weak. All of them are beast mode. The one that started off as maybe needing reapplication was this, but spraying it today, it's coming across as though it's it's done its thing, and it's thick and very creamy there and quite pushy. So that's it, guys. That's a wrap. That's been Western Wednesdays. Let me know your thoughts on the Mugler fragrances. Those are the ones I have. The ones I showed you here are the ones that I have in my collection. My most favorite, guys, being the Muse. Second to that being this one, but obviously I would have to be spraying this one at the bottom of my ham because it does share a little twinning, but this one is too loud there, especially very patchouli forward. And then after that, I'm going to say the Aura, but I'm not going to buy the full size because I've got three more of this one being the fourth one, and then this Goddess. But the creaminess in this is one that made me decide that the mini is enough because it's a bit too creamy for me. And then of course the Alien, which is just going to be a staple in my collection because it just makes the Mugler collection. Let me know which ones, guys, you would recommend, which ones you have experience with. The other one that I've tested but never bought and wouldn't buy even if I had the money is the Angel, the red one. That one is doing the most. It was very sweet there for me. I do have a dupe of it. It was very, very, very sweet. I sprayed the original. I do have the dupe. The dupe is very close, very sweet, turning a bit masculine there in the dry down, and quite heady. So I would probably not even purchase that even if I had the money. But I would love to know your recommendations in the comment section. The one that I am drawn to as of now is the Womanity. I did have the money, I think I would want Womanity. I've heard a lot about it, different stories about it, and because I love sniffing fragrances, I just want to experience the weirdness myself. Thank you so much for joining me today. This has been Western Wednesdays. C Chronicles is my name. Stay safe, stay blessed, love you as always, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye for now.